Bitcoin is currently sitting at crucial support, and on today's update video, I'm going to be giving a big update on the technical analysis on Bitcoin. I will be talking about this massive uptrend we're currently creating, the Bitcoin CME gap, the Bitcoin 4-hourly trend we've broken, why Bitcoin moved towards the upside, and more than an approximately 1.3 billion US dollars worth of tether that has actually flown in towards the market since the massive crash of August the 5th. I will talk about the spot Bitcoin ETF details, the Bitcoin chart, the most important resistance, and of course, I'm going to be giving an update on how I'm going to be trading Bitcoin next year. So, without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So, first of all, if I'm currently looking at Bitcoin, I think that this is the most important upward sloping support line we have been seeing in quite a while on Bitcoin. And actually, every single time once we did retest this exact level, we have seen a significant bounce from off this level. And yes, just moments before I started recording this video, we are actually also once again getting another bounce from this exact level of Bitcoin. So if we do break this upward sloping support line right here, I do think we are going to be seeing some more sideways price action, and probably we are most likely going to be seeing a little bit of retracement for Bitcoin. But like we can see, currently it is weekend, it is Saturday, so we're going to be creating a new CME futures gap here. And if we're going to be looking at last weekend, we actually create quite a big gap here around that 61,000 US dollars. And just in approximately 4 days later, we managed to be filling up that CME gap. I mean, last weekend, we created a massive CME gap, but if we're looking at normal weekends, like we're probably going to be having this time around, we're most likely looking that Bitcoin is going to be consolidating somewhere around the region between 60,800, because this is the CME close price, and usually Bitcoin tends to be hovering around this price over the course of a weekend. So I will be closely monitoring this exact level, and I think that Bitcoin is most likely going to come back towards this price at the end of the weekend. I mean, this is the base case scenario. But if any worldwide turmoil is going to be happening, well, yeah, most likely we're going to see a different outcome happening. So basically what we're seeing right here is a very strong V-shaped recovery. And currently we're consolidating, potentially starting to create that next leg towards the upside or a next move towards the downside. Because currently we are sitting at one of the most important levels of resistance of this entire trend right now here. You can see that clearly this level has previously provided massive support and resistance. And also right here, big rejection, big support. And the moment we broke below this level was the moment we saw that big crash happening for Bitcoin. So this level, which I'm currently talking about, is one of the most important levels for Bitcoin in this entire consolidation phase. So if we cannot break above this level, we're most likely just seeing Bitcoin going to come down again here. And just like I said in many videos before, I am currently not in a long position on Bitcoin since I got stopped out on the move towards the downside, but I'm only going to be opening up a new long trade on Bitcoin if we're going to come anywhere close towards this wick again, because I do believe that there's still a lot of remaining liquidity in the market. And if Bitcoin is going to come down again, that is the point where I want to be opening up a big trade on Bitcoin, because I do believe that ultimately that we are going to be feeling that lower side of this wick right here. So yes, well, indeed, I'm currently still very bullish on Bitcoin. I'm waiting for my long positions for Bitcoin to come a little bit lower, but for my spot positions, I'm definitely very happy because we're already seeing a significant bounce towards the upside. And what I did do is buy a lot of spot positions in this move towards the downside, especially on altcoin. And actually, one of the reasons why I did bought a lot of altcoins is due to the fact that the Bitcoin dominance has been increasing significantly for the last period in the market, and calling the starting point of an alt season is extremely hard. But if we're looking back at all the times that an alt season did happen, it also always happened just months after the Bitcoin halving. And just in approximately 200 days after the Bitcoin halving, the Bitcoin dominance still rose, but eventually we did call the alt season. And I believe something similar is currently happening again here. A big level of resistance. I believe that this box right here is going to be really an interesting range of accumulating altcoins, because if the Bitcoin dominance is going to be dropping once again by 20 to 30% here, I mean, altcoins are going to be absolutely exploding. And if you right now have a right allocation towards the right altcoins, you can make a ton of money. Then also, I quickly want to be explaining that since this massive crash we had on the market, and Bitcoin, of course, moved all the way down to 49,000 US dollars, we actually saw something very interesting happening in the markets, and this is maybe one of the reasons why Bitcoin recovered so strongly. Tether has driven more than 1.3 billion US dollars onto exchanges since the massive market crash on August the 5th. And this is probably the reason why we have bounced so significantly. I mean, 1.3 billion US dollars worth of Tether coming on exchanges is definitely a very good reason for the market to be bouncing back towards the upside, because this amount of buying pressure could most certainly help Bitcoin significantly. So yes, this is what happened, and this could be one of the reasons why we are actually bouncing still so strongly. What I do want to be pointing out is that even though we had that massive crash, there's still a lot of fear in the market. And like Warren Buffett always said, you want to be buying once the market is fearful, and you want to be selling once the market is greedy. And currently, the market is still fearful. And I also pointed out here is that as long as everyone keeps shorting this Bitcoin pump, we are going to be going higher. And maybe this has got something to do with the fear in the market, but we're still seeing that the funding rates are overly negative on a lot of altcoins, but also on Bitcoin. And this means that the majority of the traders are actually shorting Bitcoin. And this is, of course, resulting in a lot of momentum for the bulls, because the more shorts that are going to get loaded on the market, the bigger the short squeeze are eventually going to get here. So actually a quite good thing here on the market. Then quickly, I want to be pointing out is that the 2024 election is going to be crucial for the Bitcoin bull market because Trump has said a lot of positive things about Bitcoin. And if he's going to get elected, it is most certainly going to do something great for the market. So following the 2024 election is going to be crucial. And currently he is actually behind in the election forecast. So let's see how it's going to be playing out here. It is going to be important to be knowing what is going to be happening right here. This is the first time that he's actually behind in the forecast of the election. But we're going to be closely monitoring this, and in 87 days, of course, we're going to be knowing what is going to be happening. But personally, I do believe that if he really is going to get elected, that is also going to be the point of the massive Bitcoin bull market, because he is also planning to, of course, influence the Federal Reserve to cut the interest rates significantly. So that is actually going to be quite a good thing here for the market. Then we also saw some outflows on the spot Bitcoin ETF. But I want you to know that actually on Thursday, BlackRock managed to be buying over 2,641 Bitcoins, which is quite insane if you would ask me here. And then also, still we're seeing most of the liquidity being built up above us. And yes, guys, for that update on my trade, you need to subscribe right now to the channel, because if you want to be knowing when I'm going to be opening up my new trade, and I'm going to share you my exact orders whenever I'm going to be placing them, you need to subscribe to the channel, because I will be discussing it in these videos. And if you want to be claiming a free trade, guys, if you're ready to go to the link description of today's video, press on this link right here. You will come to this page where you can currently actually claim a free $500 airdrop position on Bybit. And still, if we're looking at the bigger things of it all, we're still consolidating in this massive consolidation phase. And maybe it's going to be lasting another 100 days. Maybe it's going to be lasting another 200 days. But inevitably, we're going to be seeing a breakout. And regardless of the time, the longer it's going to be taking, the bigger the breakout is eventually going to be here. And this monthly candle on Bitcoin is, in my opinion, one of the most bullish monthly candles we've seen in a very long time. We're still holding up this very critical line here of previous all-time high, and we're currently holding it as support. And we're just seeing 6 months of straight consolidation for Bitcoin. And the longer this is going to be lasting, the more explosive the breakout eventually is going to be here. But what we're seeing right now here is just redistribution of people that actually want to be getting out of the market. And as soon as that everyone is out of the market, we're going to be going towards new all-time highs. And we saw the same in 2020. Of course, this didn't last for so long. This lasted for like 4 weeks here. You saw that Bitcoin was trading at the all-time high. And we saw 4 weeks of sideways consolidation, where Bitcoin, of course, was redistributing the Bitcoins that people that actually didn't want it at all on $20,000 sold them off over there, and they missed out on the entire bull run. And I think that we're seeing something similar right now here, but only this consolidation phase is much bigger, because the market cap is also much bigger for Bitcoin. So I believe that ultimately we're at the starting point of a massive bull market, and this is the worst time to be fading the market. So yes, I am still accumulating. I'm still buying. On my spot position, guys, I am so prepared for the bull market, you don't even know here. But this is it for me in today's update video. Not a lot of stuff happening besides of this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.